What are you doing?
Yes.
Absolutely nothing. That other podcast is what you're doing. This is the part that I don't regularly do intros. He's now part of that other podcast.
I feel like I'm being involved in something that I'm not qualified to do.
There's nothing to it. Nobody's qualified to do this shit. That's the beauty of it. And then everybody does it. There's 800 million podcasts, and we're one of those 800 million. And
I'm glad to join you people, but exactly how do I join your company?
well, okay, it's as simple as this. Episode 9.
Oh, more scribbling on the notepad.
Yeah, I'm going through my notes. I just got to cross them off as I read them. Episode 9, Jolley Ol Dave. He's no longer a guest. He's a co-host.
Well, thank you folks for being here, and I'm glad that we entertained you, and I really hope that you'll join us again. The next time I might get a little more vocal and a little more personal, and gosh, I don't know, when I get personal, it gets nasty. That's the beauty of me, I guess. I've always been a nasty old fart.
That's exactly why I said, see, don't he?
Thanks for joining us.
So I'm going to
be back sometime, I guess.
Oh, yeah. And then, so episode 9, That Other Podcast, That Other Podcast, DD at gmail.com, and the THA, or at the THA podcast, or fuck. I can't do this. I need to write this shit down. I
don't know where the hell he's at. This sounds like I'm...
No, this is...
I feel like I'm back in the CIA days.
No, this is the Twitter shit. The Twitter shit. This is Twitter shit. At THA, the other podcast on Twitter. I already said the email. Email, whatever. Fuck it. This dick's being a dick.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll just give you my address, my phone number, and my zip code, and
No, I'm posting that. I'm posting that shit. I'm posting that shit on the episode.
Oh, well, can we get pictures to see who might respond?
Well, tell you what,
So
I'll get on Instagram, and you might actually get a picture of some tits. How about that?
What the hell am I gonna do with a pair of tits? Go down in my bedroom and...
Dumbest question I've ever heard. Oh, a picture of a pair of tits or a pair of tits? Okay.
All right, that's what I said. Oh boy, I got a picture of a pair of tits. Wow, look at these. Let's go down in the basement and do some naughty shit. Jesus Christ.
And then it's like this.
You got it. Limp noodles.
All right. Episode 9.
You asked for that.
That's fucking perfect.
God, what are you...
Mic check. So this is what we do every time we get on the mic. You say blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, gangster. If you want headphones, they're right there. You can.
I don't know how that works for me.
Well, it's up to you.
I don't know.
If you like them, you can wear them. You didn't wear them last time. Oh, and they're cutting out. I've got a shit wire. Yours sound okay, I'm sure. Mine are.
Wow.
Super hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna mess with it.
Sounds like I got farts in my panties.
Yeah. I don't think so. So hold on, let me scribble down some notes. This is going to be a serious one. I want to talk about serious stuff, okay?
Well, I was going to kind of ask you to you decide.
So I'm taking notes. Go ahead, keep going.
You're so full of shit. You got pineapples growing out of your butt.
Okay, that was a good one. I'm going to save that for the end. I'm going to bring it back. Is this distracting?
No. I'm really intense on your notes. You know what you remind me of? A secretary I once knew.
Uh-huh. What was her name? His name?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
Why his name? Good Lord Almighty.
Okay, I'm done. But I'm going to bring all this back at the end of the
Well,
end of
that's
the
the
podcast.
trouble with her. She's always done, and I've just started.
What is her problem?
Super sensitive fun button.
Oh, super sensitive fun button. That one I'm really going to write down.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. Well, it's... I don't know, it's a genetic thing.
Some of them have buttons in a few different places.
She had 3 or 4 in 9 places. All you had to do was look at it, and she was having fun.
Well, that's great. So, and this is at your current place of employment, where you got that job at the. You recently, you don't know this, but did a job interview for a prophylactic / dildo factory. You were going to be a forklift operator, and you got it. Is that the job you're talking about?
Yeah, and I lifted it. And I got many promotions, and
That's exactly what you said in the interview. Was you pointed at the supervisor and the CEO, and you said, because they asked what would your 90-day evaluation look like, and you said stellar. And then you said, give me another 90 days, I'm going to have your job, and I'm going to take your wife on a sailboat trip to the Mediterranean. Do you remember that?
yes, I do.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Well, that kind of went bazonk because I stole his wife. We went on the sailboat, and we ran over a sailfish, and it was a cheap sailboat, and it poked a hole in the bottom, and we were sinking, and we ended up 3 days out in the sea, and we had nothing to do but to do. That's all we had to do.
You had to float. You had that to do.
Well, I inflated things best I could.
That's it. Yeah.
What are you doing to me?
Now this kind of nonsense. This is why I do it, is because the nonsense is so much funner.
No, you're just trying to find out how perverted your old man is.
I've got a half, or well, I've got a little bit of an idea, half of an idea.
You don't even have a clue.
Really? I think that might change my perspective on the entire world if I found out.
Well, it's best that I'm telling you the winds fell out of the rafts and we drowned, and you're gonna know no more.
Okay.
Okay.
Podcast over.
Okay.
Let's go back through the notes. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Lordy be, what have I done to myself?
Okay, so you being older and wiser
Older and wiser.
than myself, that's a compliment. I mean, well, it's not a compliment. It's just the way the world works, right?
Yeah, I know. You young folks look at us old folks like we've got all the wisdom and we got all the brains and we got all the smarts. But once our rafts go flat, then you float on and you're smarter than we are. And I think that's a fallacy in life. They better look for our little selves in the skies to teach them some of the wisdom we had.
Oh, yeah. So, how are we gonna look for those? They probably sank. You keep bringing back this whole theme of out on the seas, and that's probably because I said you were gonna take old dude's wife on a sailboat trip, but well,
how do you bring it back? It's a mystery, and it'll be a mystery all of your life. When you go on the sea and you go beep, boop, 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 across the sea, and you're sailboating and your boat sinks, and then you're out into the sea, and the only thing that's left is just you and her. That's when you have to use intuity. And how do you do that?
Intuity?
Initiative.
Initiative. No, I'm trying to think. I think maybe you're good. Maybe you're good. I question these things sometimes, but intuition. Whatever. Go ahead. Here's one of my number one strengths, which is not an actual strength.
Okay.
My ability to derail a good point.
Good job. You derailed me. I feel like my train just got derailed.
Mm-hmm.
And we're crashing off of a great big, huge, large bridge. And it's just you and... You know, this time I'm going to take you with me. We're going to crash off of this bridge in our rail car. And we're going to our demise. And as we crash into the river below, we're probably going to be dead. But unfortunately, you and me survived. So we have to continue this conversation.
Is it that bad? you just compared this conversation to a train wreck where we survived, or like we crawled out of it. So, okay, we crawled out of this. I think we can fix it. So what's broken? Okay, I think my arms are good. I probably have a messed up foot, ankle. My back hurts. You're probably pretty busted up, so I'm gonna have to carry you like a backpack.
Yeah, and our train's busted.
Well, and the train. But we'll take your old wise knowledge and old wise knowledge.
Oh my God! I feel like I'm some kind of an Indian sitting up on a rock with.
That's how I view you.
Oh well, that's probably good to do because I am an old wise Indian.
Yeah.
Ho 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 ho! Yeah 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 yeah!
I don't know if that was right, but it'll do. But so here's what I do.
And John Wayne would have said, "That's bullshit."
That's it. He would have shot everything in sight.
He loved Indians.
Did he really?
Yeah. I think he married 4 of them.
Did he go through the proper channels to divorce him, or did he become a FLDS man?
God, he's a cowboy. Give him a break, you know. You just bounced him and you... Wow, yeah, and then you got a new one. Okay, that's the way they did it in the old days.
Okay,
I think I've ruined this ball.
No, this is the portion where it gets vulgar. So you're saying he fucked him to death, and then got a new one? I don't know what they...
about me or John Wayne? Good Lord Almighty! I never had so much fun in my life, just dreaming about it. I wish the hell I'd have been there. Hey, John, take me with you on that horse ride.
I'm sure he wouldn't have done it. You go that way, I'll go this way, because he knows where all of them are at.
The squaws are at.
Yeah.
I think that's what they called them, as squaws. In our day, we call them pussies.
Let's see. What do we call him in 2017? Nice young ladies.
Twats.
Some of them, for sure. Okay. Next topic. It's because I got a list.
Yeah, right. I seen that scribble list.
Hold on, I'm gonna keep writing stuff down. Meaning of life. Come on, teach me. I'm a young man, sorta.
The meaning of life.
Mm-hmm.
Want me to get serious or?
Tell it how you feel. Don't fuck this up.
I'll try not. When you wake up in the morning, and you have your first cup of coffee, you just have to look at the world, listen to the birds sing, and look out the window at your little hummingbird feeder and see a cute little hummingbird. And then you go, okay, that's the meaning of life. I am so happy. But then you put on your shorts and your socks and your pants and your suit or your tie or whatever it is you do to go to work. And you walk out the door and you go on a 45-mile commute up into God knows what city. Then there's a traffic delay and you're 30 minutes late for work, and the first thing you get is, "You're late." No shit, old Royd. How was your commute? I made it on time. Well, you must have slipped your little undies on a little quicker than me. Then you realize the reality of life. Do you want to be there? Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to be a part of this little life you created for yourself? I have this job. I'm making all this money. I'm having such a great time. And I hate every son of a bitch in this plant. I guess. What was the question?
You're hitting it right on the head. Meaning of life.
Okay. It's just, you wake up, you go to work, you do this job, you got all these little frickin' rugrats running around like little ants all over the carpet and in a little bed of whatever, and you just think you got it all figured out. All the bills are paid, and everything's happy, and you got yourself a trip to Wendover.
Wendover!
Oh! Yeah.
I told you I fucking knew how to do that. I didn't get that on my own.
But anyway, you go to Wendover and you say, here's $5 for you and here's $5 for me, and that's not $5 now. And you go, you better make it pay off. If you don't, I'm gonna spend what I win on that one.
What does she look like?
But anyway, you just go to Wendover and you have a good trip and you have a bad trip. Then occasionally you drive home in a Thunderbird and you get kind of a surprise. Won't talk about that one.
Holy shit. Do you know what? I'm old enough to know exactly what you're talking about. And now I look differently. The whole entire world. Well, okay, let's keep going with the meaning. No, you don't have to.
No, let's not elaborate on it.
No, we're not going to. So.
I mean, she handed me a Big Mac.
Okay, somebody got lunch out of it. Okay, let's go.
I feel like this is, Your Honor, this is not to be represented in this court the way it was presented. I feel like I am jeopardizing my client and myself, and I feel like this could be misleading and...
Well, Mr. Jolley, it's been explained to you that you do have the right to remain silent. But please don't, for the sake of this court, let us know all of which is the meaning of life. You will not be judged. I'm the judge now.
It's, you take it in, you can put it on your lap, and you can bounce it up and down, and you can call that joy.
Okay.
You can hold it next to your heart, and you can call it tender. But actually, the meaning of life is what matters after all of this bullshit that you've gone through. The lap dances, I don't care what you've done, I don't care who you've been. The joy of life is, don't forget where you've been, what you have, where you came from. Never forget, never in your life forget what it means to have a memory in your heart and hold it close and just hold it tight and never let it go away. Because you know what? Sometimes we get lost in ourselves and we forget what made us happy. Now I'm getting serious. You sons of bitches are gonna get scared of me.
Sons of bitches. See, I didn't make that one up.
But you just never forget the best things in your life. And when all the bad things come about, all of the worst things in life, and you just feel like you've nowhere to go and nothing to do or no place to lay your head down and feel comfortable, remember the beautiful days in your life. And they might be a stupid thing like being a third baseman that picked up a hot ground ball and fired it to first, and it fired him out, and then it went to second, and then it went to back to you, and boom, triple play. Those are the things you have to remember. Maybe a day on the ski slopes, just cruising down through the powder, just feeling that snow blowing up into your goggles and going over your head, and you're just dipping them tips and you're digging them, and then you're buckling them up, and you shoot out of the snow and you just catch a little air, and then you gotta make that turn. Oh my God, there's a tree and you miss it. Those are the things you have to remember in life. The other things in life that are horrid and nasty and not your favorite things about life, those, you have to run over them like a cement truck. Just run them over, forget them. remember the good things. And that's the facts of life. Okay, you asked a silly-ass question. You got a silly-ass
I don't think so. No, that's a high five answer for that one. Absolutely agree. So my next question, I guess, since I'm interviewing.
You sound nervous.
Yeah, I don't know what to say now.
Well, don't get too personal.
What, don't get too personal? Well, I know that one thing that people kind of respond to on here are your stories. So I'm just kind of doing that whole bingo ball fucking tumbler in my head to find a story I can think of that I remember. Do you have one you want to tell, or do you want me to find one?
Well,
I could probably find a picture on the wall and ask you.
You could reminisce all your life, and I think you should have things you might want to ask or talk about.
Well, I'm trying to think. Okay, so, you know what might get me a lot of exposure?
Oh.
How many famous people you've met, known, escorted in, the exact way you're thinking. Escorted. He was an escort for famous people. I'm just kidding. On ski slopes. But the one, something that pops in my mind, because I mentioned it when I was doing the whole job interview thing, was your ski patrol days, and I'm trying to think. I don't know a lot of those stories, but I know you've got some crazy ones.
Oh yes. What, you want a comical or you want a political?
Well, let's not go political. I mean, we'll get there. Or what? Can you? Okay. How about the cliff notes of both? And then if one of them's better than the other, I'm just gonna stop you and say, wait, go after that one.
What, the famous Kennedy family or Barbara?
We can't talk about the Kennedy, Barbara Eden. It doesn't have to involve. Is that what you meant by political?
Willie Nielson?
Is that what you meant by political?
No. The political.
Oh, the Willie Nielson one.
Oh my God.
Cough button.
Excuse me.
I love. Yeah.
I think Willie's still.
Well, you have to have a backstory to this because.
Oh, I have many backstories.
Well, I mean, for anybody that's going to hear this is not going to know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh.
I mean, not exactly, but like, why were you in this position? And so, that part.
Okay. Many times when we were on the ski patrol and...
So that's the stuff, the ski patrol.
Yes. Many times you were assigned to a group of people to watch, protect, and make sure that if they had an accident, that they had immediate care and response. But with Willie Nielson and a few of the other people that I have...
Do you think if I asked Willie Nielson today if he remembered this, he would say yes or no? Well, no. Fuck that. No. That dude smokes so much weed, he probably would have no idea. But okay, go ahead. I might tweet him, actually. I'm not kidding.
I think that actually on this situation, Willie Nielson might go...
What's the year?
Good Lord.
I'm serious. I'm going to tweet this motherfucker.
Probably...
It doesn't matter. Told you I could derail
anyway,
it.
I would bet if you actually got him on a good day and he wasn't writing a song or smoking a song, he would probably go, yeah, I remember that bullshit.
Okay. I think now that it's starting to all come back to me, because you told me this like only a few weeks ago. He definitely probably would remember this, because there's probably not a lot of people that have ever done. But I'm checking out of the conversation. Go for it. Let's hear it.
Well, what we do on the ski patrol is we do our job, and at the end of the day, we're supposed to close the mountain and make sure it's clear of all aliens and whatevers.
And this is, do you want to tell where?
What do you mean, where?
What ski resort?
Sundance, is that fair?
The world famous Sundance Film Festival.
Bobby Redford.
Yeah, he gets to call him Bobby. He probably, he's not going to appreciate this. I'm going to tweet him too.
Well, he probably called me asshole because of the things I've called him.
So my dad has a landline that he never answers, and he has a cell phone that he'll answer every time. And every time the landline rings, I don't tell him, because I live with him now, that it's actually Robert Redford.
Hey,
calling.
Bobby, I've had enough of your horse shit. I ain't coming back, okay?
All right.
Anyway, I don't know where to continue with this.
Well, you're just getting started.
Anyway, what we do on the ski resort is we ski all day, we protect the public, and we pinch all the ski patrol ladies' asses and sneak off into the bushes and do what the hell ever. Don't believe that.
I don't. You were married, goddammit.
So were they. Oh my God.
Now I can't tell Mom to listen to the podcast.
Hey, you know this is total BS.
I know.
But anyway, on this particular day, what you do when the resort shuts down, it has time frames. And they shut the resort down. You have to close the resorts, and you sweep the slopes to make sure there are no dissidents left up there, or no indigents that might cause havoc.
2 made-up words. Okay, good job.
Okay, all right. My vocabulary is dissipated with my constipation, but
I love it how you'll just, I'll just say those are made up words, and you'll be like, yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about either.
oh my God, I really feel constipated at this point. I feel like I'm so full of shit, I probably ought to get the hell out of here and
you can't. You
defecate myself.
Oh Jesus! No, you have to.
No. I'm sorry. I would like to retract that phrase.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Yes. You retract that.
Yeah, I retract everything I've said as well.
Yeah, right. I don't think there's a damn word you'll ever retract, and I think you're a vague.
There's a couple 3, but I don't want to talk about them on here. They're too personal. All right, let's get after it.
Do you really want to hear
I want to hear it. I'll stop this shit. I promise.
All right. We go up on sweep, and we've swept the whole mountain, and we are clear on the top of Grizzly Bowl. What we're talking about is the dinosaur of death for Sundance at that period of time. You go down Grizzly Bowl, you better be a hot-ass skier. And the thing that happens in the evening when the snow and the sunlight change, it ices up. And Grizzly Bowl is one of them bowls that the shadows come in the snow glazes over, and what used to be beautiful little fluffy powder bumps down a steep, steep ridge turn into a glacier of hell. So we're up on the top of Grizzly, and there's like 4 of us, and we're all on radio contact. Station 3, we're looking down here in Grizzly, and we're going, oh my God, there's 2 idiots down there. They're over there on Mandan, and they're going, we're clear. What do you got going on there? And I say, we have 2 idiots in Grizzly Bowl, and every turn they make, they're sliding 40 feet, and they're gonna die. Send snowmobiles over. There's no way to evacuate. The lifts are shut off. We are coming down. And they're going, who the hell would be in Grizzly Bowl after it's closed? And I said, I don't know. He's got a flannel shirt, and he's got a goofy ass beard, and he's got a dumbass wife that can't make 2 turns. And every time she turns, she slides another 40 feet, okay? I need 2 snowmobiles down in the bottom of Grizzly Bowl. It's the only way we're gonna be able to evacuate if they're still alive. I get back from the bottom, and they're going, this is the base, this is base. That happened to be dumbass Brent. Won't say his name.
Good.
He said, whoever's there, you make sure they get out of there. That's what you pay me for, asshole. Well, anyway, 2 of me and patrolman, we take a toboggan with us, and we go down in there, and they're still making 2 turns, sliding 100 feet, 2 turns, sliding 80 feet, screaming, and she's bitching back at him, and we get down there, and you wouldn't believe who it was. It was Willie Nielson and his wife. Anyway.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because
No, I still laugh about this today.
Because you've told it, like, you probably got 100 stories like this, and you've escorted these folks. Who in the fuck were their escorts? And where were they?
Willie Nelson and a few of them, like Barbara Eden and a few of that, just had escorts.
They brought they brought their own? Well, where were theirs? I mean, like, who made sure these puppies get home safe?
They bought ski passes.
Oh,
they were given ski passes.
They went rogue. I bet that's what. Yeah. Okay. That may. All right. I'm gonna think that. All right. I'm just gonna assume that they just went up there by themselves.
Well, you need a refresher?
No.
Well, anyway, we get down there, and old Willie. Oh my God, old Willie. He's gone, oh my God, how are we gonna get down the rest of this? And I said, you're getting in a goddamn toboggan and you're going for a ski ride with me. And he's going, I ain't getting in that son of a bitch with you. And that was literally Willie Nelson. And I said, what, you gonna ski that son of a bitch? I probably could. And I went, you stupid son of a bitch, just get your ass in the toboggan. So we load the 2 of them in the toboggan, and we're up there on the hill, and bass calls, and it's Brent. God, I'd love to say his name, that worthless piece of.
You know what? We cover too much ground.
Yeah.
It would probably ruin his life. Probably shouldn't.
His life should be ruined.
What did it work? Never mind.
Anyway, he goes, on the conflict on Grizzly Bowl, what have we got going on there? And I said, I have Willie Nielson and his wife loaded in toboggans, strapped in with their ski equipment, and we're bringing them down to the bottom of Grizzly Bowl at the base. When we get there, we're gonna need snowmobiles because we have no chairlifts to get them out of here. Whatever you do, make sure they don't get hurt. And I'm going, is that my job to tip them over and roll them down the damn mountain, you piece of F? No, that's a true story, but he's going, make sure they don't get hurt. You protect them. You take good care of them. And I'm going, I'll do my best, Mr. Brent Pitt. And we took him to the bottom.
No, when you told me the story, it was somebody else. But did you say Brent? I thought you said it was Mr. Bob on the radio initially.
I thought originally what I was gonna say was to protect names.
I've already said it. Oh fuck, who cares about it? When they're famous, those will be like, no, it didn't. Or they'll sue us, and then this house is gone. But whatever.
Okay, it was Bobby. Bobby F. Dick.
Bobby F. Dick. Draw your own conclusions. Bobby F. Dick. It's on Wikipedia. You can find it.
That's exactly who the hell it was. You make sure them people get off that damn mountain, or you'll answer to me. I'm going, okay, I'll answer to you, you movie star piece of dick shit.
Don't look at me for approval. You can say whatever you want.
I never approved of the guy.
All right.
I always thought he was a dickhead. Big-headed. Yeah. Superstar. God, if he'd ever watched me act. I do not like the office beside I am entered into this cause. Pricked by foolish honesty and love, I shall go on. I lay with Cassio lately and been somewhat troubled with a raging tooth. I could not sleep. And then, sir, would he look at me and wring my very hands, crying, "Oh, sweet creature, but the cursed fate that gave he to the more." Hell, I was twice the actor that dumbass was.
That's what the beef was. Is it's this whole he took our job.
No. Yes, I've had some exciting times on the slopes.
Well, you didn't finish that story, and like I said, I'll interrupt you.
Oh, I did. We took him to the bottom and took him out on snowmobiles. Robbie, or what the hell ever I called his name.
King Bob
came out and patted us all on the backs and great job, great job, great job. And all I wanted to do was grab him by the nuts and say, "Can you squeal like a pig?" No, never had respect for the man.
Well,
is that not a horrible thing to say?
Well, I mean, you've seen more than the rest of us as far as some people are concerned, but let's see, what else do we talk about now? I'm asking you.
Jeez. Talk about a vacant look.
No, I'm just kidding. It's getting late. Do you wanna relax now? You wanna call it? I think that's good for a podcast. We'll get more stories. I'll try to find a better.
I have better stories, but
do you want to give these people your email address so that they can email you personally?
Absolutely not, because I'm afraid I might get sexually involved.
Well, that's probably what would happen, so that's a good move. I'm going to give mine. This is the professional part. I never do that. But see, most people probably don't even watch these shits till the end. And when they see them winding down, they're like, check them out. But it's like some movies after the credits roll, then there's all the extra stuff where they show the bloopers. We're gonna do that where we walked in and we were all like and we tripped, and no, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna post it all in the thing, and I'm gonna do an intro for this one actually.
An intro, okay.
You're gonna do it with me. I'm gonna hit stop and you're gonna do the intro with me.
All right. What do you want me to start?
It doesn't matter. I'll drive it. It'll take 3 seconds. You good? You good on this?